Hey guys, Brian with Cajun Cardboard coming at you from the great state of Louisiana. And today's a day we've been waiting for a long time. My package from Santa Ana, California finally arrived. It's the first cross-country collection PSA grade reveal video. I've got to do it in two parts. It's the 91 biggest cards that I sent out to California to get graded from this raw collection that I picked up in Connecticut. And they are finally back. These are big dogs. So big. Probably going to be these two grade reveal videos will probably be two of the most fun videos that I've ever put on the channel. And it should be some really amazing eye candy. You can cry with me. You can celebrate with me for the 10s, and you can cry for the 6s or the did not grade for whatever reason cards that came back. So stay tuned. Two parts. This is part one. It's not in any necessarily particular order, but I think you're going to like this. This should be about 35 to 40 of the cards in this first video, and then we'll do video number 2 right after it. So stay tuned. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell icon for notifications so you don't miss part 2 if you're just now seeing part 1. Thanks for watching. PWCC is a great way to sell your sports cards. If you're looking for a way to support the Cajun Cardboard YouTube channel, consider using the promo code CAJUN, all caps, C-A-J-U-N, when you're selling your cards on the PWCC marketplace. All right, guys, here we go. You know how I do it. I do it really quick. As I mentioned in the introduction, this is probably going to be the most fun mail day I've ever done in my entire life. I think you guys are going to enjoy this. We're going to start with, there's 91 cards, all Jordans. Only one card wasn't graded. So everyone came back in a slab except for one. Everyone came back with a numerical number on a slab as well. So this is the only one that did not. And it was, it's the Skybox Vortex, which is in pretty decent condition considering these cards are really tough to grade. So I was a little disappointed. I'll probably run it over to BGS and see what happens. So Vortex, only card that did not get graded. Let me see. Trying to figure out where to put these cards after I look through them. Hang on, let me get a box. Okay, all right, let's do this thing. All right, we're just gonna start pulling from over here on the right. Card number 1, the 95 Stadium Club Beam Team. Pulled a PSA 7. I thought it looked a lot better than this. I don't really see 7 on this. I know there is a little bit of edge wear on the bottom and on the top up there, but I thought an 8 was a realistic chance. So Beam Team, 95 Beam Team, one of my favorite cards, as you guys know, 7. Hoop Skyview, 9. Really good grade for this card. Really tough card. Alien Jordan, of course, with the goofy, freaky face. Doesn't look anything like him. That just does not look like MJ. So, yep. That one gets a PSA 9. No Boundaries, PSA 7. It's got some dimples up here in the top left. I don't know if you guys can see that. Actually there, yeah, you should be able to see that right there. It's got some dimples up there. So, you know, 7 is what it is. And then I'm not going to talk about which ones are for sale and which ones I'm keeping in my PC. I'll do that on another video, maybe when I do the mail day. Well, you'll see when I do the mail day because some of these cards will show back up at the PWCC Vault. And this is more of a grade reveal than a mail day because some of these cards I've already sold. But the Finest Refractor is number 24, PSA 9. Gold Signature, which I think is one of the ugliest cards in the world. It's not as ugly as I thought in person. PSA 9. Pretty good grade for that card. Everybody knows this one. The High Risers, one of my favorite undervalued Jordan cards. This is definitely better than a 7. So this one deserved much better than a 7. Very little edge wear on the back. The front looks fantastic. Very little chipping. This is definitely an 8 or 9. So we'll see. Some of these I might need to crack and resub. I don't know, play that game. I don't know. I got a lot of stuff going on, so I don't know if I'm gonna do that or not. First day issue, PSA 8. You know I'm happy with PSA 8s. That'll probably stick in my collection. Next we got an Anticipation. Got a PSA 9. Nice little card right there. We've got this one, a PSA 8. It was off center. I knew it was off center, but the edges, corners, and coloring were phenomenal. So PSA 8 does not surprise me. It is all about the poor centering on that one. The 95 Topps Mystery Finest Refractor. Holding Court Refractor, PSA 9. Thought this one had a chance at a 10 because the centering looked good. Color is obviously fantastic. And again, I've got these in team bags, so they're not going to shine quite as well as normal. I just don't want to scuff up the slabs for my buyer. The Michael Jordan Maximum Metal from 95, the original Maximum Metal. Die cut got a 7. I'm not really sure why this one got a 7, to be honest with you. A little bit of edge there on the die cut portion, but I thought 7 was a little harsh. I thought for sure, bottom left corner as well. Maybe it is a 7. Royal Court, I did not do well on these. Do I have two? Yeah, I've got another Royal Court coming up. The 8.5 was the best of the 2 Royal Courts. This is the 98 Stadium Club Royal Court, and this is a card not a lot of people are familiar with. You saw it in the Jordan hierarchy. I just really, really like this card. It says King of Kings underneath it, number RC9 in the set. 1996 Bowman's Best Cuts, not the refractor. Don't get too excited. This is just the base. Got a PSA 8. I love it because it's cut down there. That's why it's called Best Cuts. Just a really good looking card. BC2, 1996 Bowman's Best Cuts, PSA 8. Next we got the Topps Chrome, Topps 40 Refractor. Dreams come true. It's a PSA 10, yes. And it is sold because I've already got a PSA 10. So I moved this card already to a new buyer, and it is an absolute supernova, perfect condition, brand new PSA label, Topps 40 Refractor. What do we got? Frequent Flyer Club, got a PSA 9. Thought this had a chance at a 10 because you don't have to screw with the corners, you know what I mean? So really all you're looking at is any surface defects and maybe some edge issues, but a 9 nonetheless. And Showstoppers Refractor, number 271, gets a PSA 9. This one not numbered. Card number 271, Refractor, MJ, PSA 9. Again, 9s are good, man. I'm loving 9s. A 9 on the molten metal is good for me. And this is a card that it's really tough to photograph, but you guys can see in the video, it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool card. It really takes that metal theme to the next level from 96. And PSA 9 is not a bad grade on that card. Let me, I'm gonna relocate these real quick to make some room, if that's okay. Okay, put those down there. All right, we'll keep pulling. Keep on pulling. This SPX Gold gets a 10. That's a monster. This goes in the PC because I do not own this card. So this one goes in the PC. SPX Gold, PSA 10. I didn't look at the pop report, but it ain't big and it's not large and it's really smooth. The back is where you see the problems, right? The edges on the back is usually where you see the chipping. PSA 10 on that is huge. So 2 10s, not bad so far. And then what do you know? Another 10. Atomic Refractor. 96 Bowman's Best Shots. I already own this in a 10, so I did go ahead and move this one for sale. Hopefully you guys can see the refractor nature of it. Again, it's in a team bag, so it's not going to be quite as phenomenal. But cool card nonetheless. That acetate's pretty badass. This one I was the most disappointed with. The Gravity Denied ended up getting a 6, and I looked and looked and looked, and I don't see it. So I am going to crack it out of this big ass slab, and I am going to send it to Beckett and see what happens, because a 6 is just not right. There's just no way that's a 6 unless I just don't know what I'm missing here. Like, it does not, I mean, I know what a 6 looks like. If you go look at a 52 Mantle 6, it doesn't look like this. I don't know. Definitely going to be cracked and resub. It's in a big thick slab because it's on that swivel. Steel Slamming, PSA 8. A little disappointed with that one because it did look great to me. And then if it looks like those are creases on the back, it's not. It's just like mega embossed, and so it comes through from one side to the other. Veteran Finest got a 9. This one did look really clean. The centering was really, really exceptional on this, so this one had every bit of a chance to get a PSA 10, but it got a 9. So Caffey and Jordan. 10 would have been a big card, you know. Sold the Game got a 7. Again, this one, I don't know. A little shocked at this grade because this one was squeaky clean. This one will probably be cracked and resubbed, either back to PSA or BGS. Warp Zone got a 9, was begging for a 10 on this because a 10, it becomes a pretty big card, and I've already got the 10, so that would have been a nice one to sell, a nice flip, but Warp Zone gets a 9. A lot of people aren't familiar with that card. This is a really good looking card. We do talk about it in the hierarchy, and I know Josh Dawson in the hierarchy also agreed. It was a really favorite card of his. The Natural Born Thrillers, PSA 8. It's a really clean 8, man. I mean, this is all black on the back. Go ahead and find me why it's an 8. I told you all these cards were clean, man. Bob, the seller, kept these cards in great
Great condition. The 98 Ultra Gold Medallion comes back a PSA 8. I think I sent 2 of those, if I'm not mistaken. Hardcourt Heroics, PSA 9. All Defensive Team, PSA 9. 93 Ultra, one of the OG inserts. Larger Than Life, PSA 6. Really, really shocked at this one. That is just a dent in the team bag. That's not in the card. Like, this is a miserable card to grade. And this looks way better than the other 6s out there. But you can see some creasing. It's almost like a crease and foil loss kind of on the edge, that right edge. So I don't know if that was enough to bring it down to a 6, but it was a 6. 92 Bean Team, really the foundational piece, the OG. This is the first insert that many Jordan collectors buy along their journey when they take that first step. PSA 8 on that one. Records Collection, PSA 6. And this one I am absolutely baffled by. I do not know what this is. You can't hide any whitening on this. The corners are not perfect, but they are not 6 corners. I mean, I don't, what is happening here? I mean, go for it. Find it. I mean, I get it. They're not perfect corners, but that's a PSA 8 all day long. There's the other Ultra Gold Medallion. This is the 8.5. I'm gonna put these together. I think there's very few cards where there are duplicates. We'll put the 8 and 8.5 together. And then the Super Bowl 6 again. I didn't see 6. There's you know, the 6s offset the 10s. Well, they don't offset the 10s because I can crack and resubmit the 6s. but there was as many 6s as there was more 6s than 10s, which was really disturbing to me. PSA 8 Scoring Kings right here. And then PSA 8 on the 96 Thrill Seekers with the lenticular. So that is it. Those will go in here as well. And that is it for the first part. We're going to do all the rest of these cards in the second part. So appreciate you guys watching. Thanks for tagging along with me on this cross-country collection. This should be the first PSA grade reveal video that you're going to see for the cross-country collection, but it will surely not be the last. This was part 1 of the big dog of 91 cards. Part 2 will be coming out in very, very short succession. Thanks for watching. Keep collecting. Stay positive in the hobby. Peace.